Right then, Year 12. We're going to look at the 4-mark explain style questions now. And these are marked in the following way. Knowledge. You get 1 mark out of your 4 for some knowledge, so some theory, okay, stating something that you've learnt. The rest of the marks come in the following ways. Application, 2 marks. So it's all very well learning the theory of business, but what you've really got to do is to go out in the real world and apply it. And in the exam, testing those skills, can you take what you've learned and then look at a case study that you're given of a real life business and put it in this context, okay? And you also get a further mark for analysis, okay? Explaining further what you're saying. Okay, so there's a couple of things that will really help you in your answers, is by saying things like, in this case, yeah, or this leads to, okay? So let me put that in an example for you to help it make a bit more sense. So I've used this example here. So mission statements is something we learnt a couple of weeks ago, and this is a question that I've adapted from a previous paper. Explain why Asda might benefit from having a mission statement. Okay, so your knowledge marks, that 1 mark for knowledge would be saying something like, well, a mission statement is a written statement setting out the aims of the business. That would get you a mark. You've then got to apply it to this context, yeah, of Asda. So you might mention competitors like Lidl. You might quote numbers that are given in the case study. You have to use the case study, so direct reference. So saying, in this case, yeah, so a mission statement is a written statement setting out the aims of a business. In this case, yeah, in the case of Asda, it sets out that, you know, they're more than just, you know, a cheap supermarket, that they care about their staff, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. Okay, and you pick out the bits from the case study. Your analysis marks are going to come from, you know, if it's explain why they might benefit, let's not forget that. So we're setting out what a mission statement is, but we must explain the benefit to Asda. Okay, so for example, they might get more motivated staff, okay, because staff are on board with the mission statement, or, you know, they might, customers might agree with their values and more likely choose over competitors such as Lidl. The common mistake that candidates tend to make in the exam is that they don't apply to the case study, which is very frustrating because that's what business is about. It's about learning, you know, a little snippet of information, but then taking that into the real world and applying it. So you can't just write a theoretical answer about the pros and cons of a mission statement, okay? You have to reference the business that you're given in the exam, okay? It's all about the use of the case study, okay? So what I'd like you to do is to think about what kind of 4-mark questions could be asked, okay? What kind of explain questions could you be asked to do, okay? Because they're always going to be in the context of a business, you might want to think about using your revision guide, okay? In all of these, you will find extracts with case study information so that you can have a go at it. There are a lot of 4-mark questions in this book for you to have a go at and a practice. Practicing writing out perfect answers is really good so that you get into the habit of seeing what those perfect answers look like, because then in your assessment you're going to have some. So that's 4-mark explain questions. Hope that was well explained. Okay, bye.